Welcome everyone, let's get the Tab S9 unboxed. I must admit 2 years ago I got the Tab S7 Plus because two of my iPad Pros that I received were faulty by Apple, and I don't want to sound horrible, but a faulty iPad Pro was better than a Tab S7 Plus. Hopefully that's changed now. The main reasons why was the app support is horrible, so a lot of the apps you use they'll force you in portrait mode when you're using a tablet, and your tablet's most likely going to be in landscape mode. So here we go. I'm going to lift this one up. I don't know which way to peel this. You need to actually peel here. There we go. Boom. I also bought the regular Tab S9 and the S9 Plus or Ultra, mainly because when I used iPads, used the 12.9 inch, and then I switched to the 11 inch, and I must admit the smaller size is just better for a tablet. With a laptop, give me the largest possible, but with a tablet, I don't want something too big. In the box here, you saw we have a free S Pen. Apple should take some notes on that one. And we have what I'm assuming, yep, you can see the charging cable there. There would be a SIM ejector tool, even if you have a SD card model. And I'm not going to touch this. I think this is the documentation. Okay, so let's turn this one on. And while this is turning on, let's take a look at what we have in the SIM card slot. So this is most likely just an SD card, which is good because iPads don't have this. This is an advantage. So I'll open this one up. We have slot for a micro SD. I believe on the other side there would be a slot for a SIM card if you got the cellular model. On the Tab S7 Plus, they just put like it was weird. So looking at this device, I mean, people say the bezel's a little bit chunky, but I'm not seeing that. Especially when you rest your palm. I mean, look how much the full bezel was used. So I'm liking this design. It looks very nice. It does look like the S7 Plus, but that's not a bad thing. We have a nice smooth 120Hz screen. The tablet is also incredibly thin. Look at that. Oh, you can't really see that, but yeah, really thin. I like that. They designed this tablet well. 16 by 10, which I think is better than the iPad's aspect ratio. Especially if you use a split screen, you'd have more app support. So let's set this one up. The tablet has been stuck on this spinning wheel for the past 10 minutes. Lovely. What a the device actually is now working again. Didn't even need to do a forced restart. It just took a very long time. I have set up the tablet, and the first thing I've noticed, and this is actually quite nice, the S Pen, they've changed it compared to the Tab S7 Plus. So this black button, or just a button, when you had this on the S7, it was here, and the button was actually very hard to hold. But now the button is on the outside. Yeah, that's pretty easy. Yeah, I'm liking that a lot more. So it's giving me a tutorial, because I really need one. And as far as the feel, it does feel the same as the S7 Plus. So you do miss on Apple Pencils. You can put the brush to the side to make things wider. On this one, you have pressure sensitivity, so low pressure, high pressure, that works. But actually, putting the brush to the side to make it wider, you lose that feature. Of course, iPads don't have this. You have these floating windows you can put everywhere. We can go boom, split screen like this. There is something similar. It's called Stage Manager, but yeah, I'm not sure if it's the exact same. One of the things the Tab S7 has is the DeX mode. You can see this one here. When we go into the DeX mode is a kind of like a desktop. You can see right here is the desktop. This also does help with apps not properly working. But I do personally find I didn't personally like this with the Tab S7 Plus. It could be better now. I don't know. but I definitely was not the biggest fan, especially here. I mean, the keyboard doesn't fill up the screen. If I go here, there's no option to have it properly fill up the screen, which means you're forced to use this with a keyboard, which is not the most ideal. If I'm trying to figure this out here, it seems like that is stuck. It's possible this could go larger, but I don't think it does. And I mean, that is awkward. Please, that's awkward. So if we go up Dex mode, how do we do that? I actually need to figure that out. Okay, so all you do is you press this button here, exit Dex. So that's quite nice. But because that mode isn't really optimized for non-keyboard and mouse usage, you can use this one the most. And again, app support, there is problems with app support on the Samsungs, but it could be addressed on the Folds. They released this internal software, so app should fit the screen. I'll take a look at this let's do it now actually.